Hi everybody. Okay, what we got here is we're going to be working in the craft area. I took a bleach bottle and cut it in half, and we are going to try and remember how to make a Santa and a elf. So what I have here is only the half of the bleach bottle. I cut it in half with a hacksaw. Then I marked, right, where my things are going to go in. I'm not perfect, right? So I messed up over here. You just have to estimate this knowing how many bundles you have. On this one, I think I've marked. No, I didn't. Anyway, all the top ones up here are 3-inch. So I have made a cardboard piece 3 inches. And then down the side, there are 2 6s, 2 8s, 2 10s, and 2 12s, right? And then there's 2 12s on the bottom, 2 14s on the bottom, 3 16s on the bottom, and then it repeats on this side to make the beard, right? So I'm going to attempt to use my sealer that I use for pocket letters and to make these holes, because normally I just, poke it with, like, I don't know, a fork or something. But I'm going to go around, see if I can make these holes a little better than my time before, right? So, and if I do, then they're not going to have that pokiness that they have if I poke them with a fork. So, and this is the reason I measured it out beforehand, because I do not want to miscount, right? So, and this seems to be working nicely. I do get this plastic on here, which if you get it off while it's still wet, or hot, I should say, comes right off. And better on it than on you, right? So this seems to be working. They feel good on the back, so there's nothing poking us. So I am going to continue to do this. Get all of these made. So I am making this for a Christmas present. My son has requested one since he has recently gotten married, and it was like, well, I'll need one for our new home. And this being the first Christmas that they are going to be married, I think that was a hint of he wants it this year. So, going to try and get him it for Christmas. And him and my awesome daughter-in-law will have it in their new home together. So these don't have to be very big, so if you don't have one of these, A fork works just as fine. You just got to kind of squeeze in a pipe cleaner, right, into it, later when you're actually doing the project, right? You just got to be able to slip that yeah, pipe cleaner in there and out. So just trying to get that off. Quick burst with this does not burn. So just want to be able to get that tip off when I change next time. So just trying to get it off the bottom there. Okay, I have 2 of those. One's on the floor. So I'll get this one done and I'll bring you back. Okay, everybody. I have gotten the holes burned in or melted in to each bottom, and we're moving on to the next step. In preparation for this, I have cut and designed these very thick cardboards at each length, 3-inch, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and this one's wide because I was going to do 2, and then this one is 16-inch, okay? So you're going to need each one of them in turn, right? So as you go along. We're going to start with the 3, and I am going to show you how we're going to start with the hat, but all the wrapping is done the same way. And you're going to need some chenille stems, right? I cut mine in half. If you feel quarters work better for you, by all means, don't let me stop you. Okay, some of this stuff I hauled in different hauls, and some of it I didn't. I got some green yarn and red yarn for the hat of my elves, right? Not sure which one I want to use since I got a little bit of a glitter in it, right? But I got them at Walmart. They were like 6 something a skein. I also got green and red felt. These were 28 cents each, just the 12 by 12s. And I want to try something this year. So, and this is the face, right? But I picked up an extra one, right? I'm going to use some white felt that I have, and I'm going to try and make a pink elf hat, right? So that's some of the stuff I did not haul. The other yarn and stuff I have hauled in I think I got them off of Etsy. So, and I'm pretty sure I hauled the chenille stems. So, okay, we are going to do the hat, and I think I want to use the sparkly red yarn, right? So I'm gonna pull this out. Okay. I'm gonna hold it on one side. Not necessarily at the end. I'm gonna hold it in the middle, right? Or but I'll let it go all the way down, right? Okay, and I wrapped that 20 times, at least I think I did, right? And then I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take a chenille stem. So if you wanted to match the chenille stems, right, with the color that you have, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to find the middle here, right, by making sure these are even, right? And then I'm going to give this a couple of twists, right? And this is the bundle we're going to get. Excuse me. Okay, everybody. I'm down. I got 11 of these little ones, 3 inches made. And I was making this. Okay. I was making the 6-inch and I got down to the end of my yarn skein here. These are the skeins I got from the Dollar Tree. So I wanted to show you what I do when I do get down to the end of the skein. I'm not going to throw this away. You could use this on the 3-inch ones if you wanted, but I am going to continue doing my 6-inch, and I'm just going to, I don't throw it on the floor first, I'm just going to okay, I got 11 on there. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to open this other one back up, right? Right, going to find the end that I've been using, right? And I am going to continue, right, to, just continue to count, right? And guys, I am not wrapping this very hard, hard around this. This is very loose on here, but not loose enough to fall off, right? I can squeeze this off really easy, right? So it doesn't have to, I'm not doing it very tight. It doesn't need to be, right? I'm just kind of keeping it kind of loose. And there is mine. Now I will have 2 ends to cut off or 4 ends instead of just 2, but it's the same as the other 3 over here, right? You cannot tell the difference. So, but these are my 6-inch. Okay, I'm going to move on to the 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16, and I'll bring you back and we'll start on our Santa. Okay, everybody, here we are. I put in all the 3-inch ones across the top, right? And what I didn't show you on the other one is inside you have all of these pipe cleaners. And what I do is I separate them. I take the one closest to the next one and I twist them together, right? And fold them down. I take this one to the next one. This is kind of like sewing it to each other, right? Just by twisting it to each other. And it will keep one from falling out. You know what I'm saying? Since they're put in there individually, they kids touch them, pull, and you don't want Santa falling apart. So if you take one pipe cleaner from the next one and just link them, right, they won't come out, right? Packing it away, right, you don't want them coming out. So this is one way I know to make them more secure, right? So that's what I try and do. And the last ones you can just leave them, tuck them in, right? When I'm done, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, I've linked every one of them together, right? I just kind of fold these down and push them towards the middle, right? You can come back and cover this with whatever you would like. I have never covered any of my backs. If I want to get in here and fix something, I want to be able to get access to all of it. So I have never covered the back. So, all right. So this is what we have. I have also finished wrapping all of my other links, right? So here are my 4 6s that go on each side here, right? So I can go ahead and put these in, and I'll do these the same way. I'll link them all the way down, right? Now I have folded or wrapped all of mine, right? You don't have to do it that way if that's not what you're comfortable with doing. I know I'm having problems getting this in there. I know that some people put them in as they wrap them. If that's what you're comfortable doing, by all means, do it, right? So don't do whatever is comfortable for you, right? I just kind of stack them in order, right? You know, the 6s, the 8s, the 10s, the 12s, right along down the list. Just stack them in order and then pick them up as I go. But that's just the way I do it. It doesn't have to necessarily be the way you do it. So I also do one side of the same one, and then I flip it over and put all the same size in. All right, there are the 6s. Yes, it looks quite funny right now. Okay, 6s. These are the 8s. Right? Gonna slip them in. Fold them down. That's one. Come on. This is the second 8 on this side. Be extremely careful here because those these pipe cleaners can really get you. So I've had them make me bleed. You don't want to bleed on your white, yarn, then you're going to be doing it all over again. Here are the 10s, 2 on each side. Oh, come on, get in there. And the other side. And I mean, if you wanted to be exact, you could measure this, get your holes perfectly even. Everybody, if you have been here for any length of time whatsoever, know that that is not my style. I don't claim to be professional. I don't even claim to be good. So, alright, these are the 12s, guys. Right? One for each side, or two for each side. Right? Oops. But I never claim to be good at anything, right? I sure am not a professional. So, please don't think that I am. Don't mistake me for one. Right? Because I am not. Like I said, I don't even claim to be good at it. I just do my best. Okay, here we go, guys. I am going to link these together, and I'll put the bottoms in just like this. I'll start with the 12s, or no, the 14s, and then the 16s go across the bottom, right? There are 4 of each one that go across the bottom to make the beard, and I'll bring them back to you when I get done. Okay, everybody. Alright, I told you I was going to sew both sides, but then I forgot. The one side that you had left over from going this direction is the first one you use to go down, right? Use it to go down. So you're sewing the top to the bottom, or to the sides to the top, right? So, and then the one that you have left over down here, you connect it to the bottom, right? So that pretty much the whole thing is just kind of sewn to itself, right? And nothing is going to come out or, you know, get all soggy or saggy on you. Soggy. Gotta hope nothing gets soggy on you. That means you've got a water problem wherever this is hanging. But saggy, you don't want it to be saggy. You want to make sure you pull these tight, right? And pull them tight and get a nice tight fit, right? And then twist. So you don't want Santa having a saggy beard. The one problem I have noticed with most people is the fact that they are like, oops, I made the hole too big. Well, if you're sewing it together, right, it won't matter. As long as, you know, you're not pulling the whole thing through, it's not going to matter, right? But you could obviously come back here with some glue and fix the problem, right? But I feel that that step isn't necessary if you sew them together like I just did, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think it takes any longer, and I don't have another thing to wait for to dry. But as you can see, or hopefully you can see, they're all like sewn together, hooked in, right? And this is your Santa beard. Sorry, I had to turn the light on, so now you got a reflection in your face. But, right, this is the hair. I haven't trimmed any, like, ends or anything like that. What I do need to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to get my eyes, right? I'm going to get the stuff for the hat and the mouth and my mustache ready. So I'll be right back with that.